Now, the two of you are currently on the habitat Ferros. It is a hive structure type.
Good old beehive.
Now, my description last game was horrible because a lot of times we mentioned about walking and stuff, when really you're in 0G.
Yeah.
So you've been floating along. The plaza you guys enter is still there, but it is different. Instead of just having benches, there are all these weird cement, vertical, horizontal, and perpendicular, almost arches and stuff that
like
people can...
tie bars you can just sort of loop your arm into and hang off of.
Yeah. It's a big open area with a big hole. And we're talking like 8-lane wide street size. That is the main shaft down into the structure.
Yeah.
And it's got like little roads and platforms and those handlebar conveyors going in and out. Although
Probably not roads, more like rails.
rails and stuff, yeah.
Sort of like those roller coaster rails where it's just like a clamp on one bar and it just goes a little cart.
One goes by and it's whee!
It goes by, there's just an exurgent and he's like, it's like, god damn it.
Two little blades pop out. Yeah!
Oh, there goes the neighborhood.
Anyway, the vehicle that is following you is actually a version of a Martian buggy that also is able to essentially turn into a rocket car and fly around.
Yeah, fine.
They're very common in very large habitats that both have gravity and need for flight.
Question regarding us being in cyberspace last time. Can I have back the boxy I spent in cyberspace on the basis I should have known I was in one and wouldn't have bothered spending it?
Deal.
What did you buy?
I spent Moxie while in decimal space and I should have known I was in one.
Yeah, it was also my bad understanding
Yeah.
of cyberspace.
I spent one outside of Sumo space, so I'll
Yeah.
keep that one up.
Now, the two of you, as well as Rainer and the kids, have made their way, hiding behind little pillars. And then the vehicle comes in. And it doesn't look like a standard Martian buggy. In fact, it's got heavy plates welded all to the front and sides.
Is it?
You ever saw Back to the Future?
Yes,
Yep.
but a long time ago.
The DeLorean how it flew?
Yeah.
Just imagine that.
Alright.
Except the plate you can't even see into the front seat.
Except with a slightly better effect.
Am I able to sniff and see if it's being remote controlled?
1 second.
Okay.
You also notice that there's actually quite a large machine gun turret onto it. Grafted on top on a swivel point. Now it's barreling through, right towards you guys. I'm going to have to ask you to roll full freighted dodge.
Right or free fall?
You get to pick,
Okay.
whichever one you feel is higher.
Oh, I wonder which one is going to be higher. Which character? I can't fathom.
Mr. Munchkin.
I'm not a munchkin. You're not a munchkin unless you make character decisions that don't make sense internally. He's a guy who gets shot at for a living. Lot 7, yeah, I think I'm okay.
25.
Ooh.
Oh wait, it's not an opposed, sorry.
No.
I'm not counting as opposed. Roll. Oh wait, shit, you're infomorph.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm jumping through servers, building up the botnet army.
Shit, I forgot about that.
You and your dude botnet army.
Because you're not sitting out this battle alone.
Against something?
This came up. Your presence has been recognized and they are trying to trace your location. Every turn you have to make an opposed infosec test.
Oh.
Every time you fail, you'll get a -10 to the test, but still able to try it next round. The failure just means they're getting closer to funding you.
Okie dokie. So, does this mean I do an infosec test, or right now?
After initiative is rolled and stuff.
Okay.
Luckily, you're able to bounce off one of the pillars and get away from it. It, however, has to make a handling check against its piloting and makes it. So it veers away from one of the pillars.
Okay.
And now, although you're not in combat, I want you to roll initiative just so I know when to get you to make those checks.
Alright, I got a 10. It's the plus this, right? D10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
one D10.
10.
I'm an 8.
Okay. I'm gonna have you. You, Joshua, you are making. Where did I write this? Okay. It's going to be an opposed infosec test.
Could you not roll dice directly next to the microphone?
Good idea. I got 62.
62. That's a success?
Yes, it is.
Okay. They have both made successes, but yours is higher. So you're still noticed on the system, but you're fine at the moment. You will still be rolling next round, though.
Can I spoof my signals to pretend as if they're coming from the rocket buggy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like the basic hacking defense.
The issue is it's the computer controlling the buggy.
Yeah. It's a computer-controlled buggy. It didn't have software installed in it. Some of that software may be malicious.
Okay. Next round you'll be able to give that a shot.
Unless the buggy doesn't have any kind of wireless connection, which it might not.
Yeah, it doesn't. But
You
if
can
you
still
do
make
get,
it look like you're coming from somewhere else,
Yeah.
just not that.
if you do get high enough rolls during these post tests, it is possible to reach a hidden status and be safe for the rest of the combat. Dubois, you have an angry car. What you gonna do?
What's around me?
There are several pillars and arches and things to hold on to or bounce off of and move around.
Okay. How big are said pillars and arches?
Human thickness.
Okay. What else is around?
Near the large whole area around it, there are actually several. There are all these little potted shrubs. Although,
Are they just floating?
no, actually, a really cool effect has been done with them. Is in the early stages of their growing, because plants grow weird in
You read that article I sent you, didn't you? Nice. Don't flip me off. I'm not saying that's a bad
They
thing.
give you some good ideas, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've been grown, weird mishmash, interweaving with each other, but then forced together as they're getting older. So now it looks weird and twisted, but still shaped like a tree.
But, alright. And Buggy is currently turning around trying to find me?
Yes.
Cloak and hide.
All right.
21, success.
Wait, I can't roll till next turn.
I will also duck behind something, I guess, in case
Okay.
it's like light or echolocation.
Alright, Buggy's turn. It's going to start by looking around.
Let's find out if it has a T-ray emitter. Probably not if it's a stuck buggy.
Standard perception check. 27.
That's higher than mine, so if it's a success, it works.
Okay. It opens fire in your location.
Behind a pillar at least.
Yeah. The machine gun blares. And it's using the bonus to hit, so it's a 75.
Oh, is that a successful hit?
Wait.
Like what's its skill on?
With the bonus, it's 90.
Alright.
And it rolled 45.
Okay, it hit me.
Okay.
Didn't you get a bonus for cover?
Presumably, yeah. It applies to his attack check.
Oh, shit.
I don't know offhand how much it is.
just looked it up. I'm honestly trying to...
You rolled 45 out of 90. It's not going to help me.
2
2d6. So we have 18 damage with -6 armor piercing.
Okay. It does nothing to me. My 25 kinetic armor
Nice.
soaks it entirely. Reduces the bonus of my patch, though. Jerk.
It is now Rainer's turn.
Okay.
He comes up from around one of the other pillars nearby and just takes single shot. Yeah, single shot. And then he rolls through. And he misses.
I don't think vehicles
Wait.
generally roll fray. I think they basically just have armor to rely on. They don't really dodge.
Either way, I gave him a phrase skill and it was stupidly low, so he failed anyway.
I guess it can slow around.
No, didn't even get past armor.
Of course not. He's shooting a car with a pistol. That's why I'm not bothering to shoot at it. How did we get here? Were we just sort of pushing ourselves along?
Yeah, Rainer's been leading you towards this way because he's trying to get you down the shaft.
Alright, I'm just gonna head that way.
Okay. You have to make...
Another opposed?
Yep.
8.
8, 20.
I'm gonna use my free moxie. 80.
But what's your info sec?
Massive.
It's right now it is 90.
How do you have 90?
How the fuck do you have 90?
I spent res points.
Yeah, but it caps at 80.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you need to take. The only exception is I think morph bonus can put it over, and equipment can put it over. And
Did you also spend
like
2
if you
points?
want to buy it higher than 80, you
wait,
have to take a
hold
trade.
on. Infosec is a cognitive skill, and I'm 25 in cognitive, so even with that bump, it is valid because morph bonus. Wait, but I'm not currently in my morph right now.
No.
So
It doesn't matter.
20.
You'd have a skill of 80, and 80 out of 80 is a success.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
he succeeds massively.
I'm going to give you... You actually get plus 10 to the next info sec. Target number. I know that's stupid, right? But if you succeed again, your stats will be upped to hidden.
Yes.
I thought if I succeeded this one, it was hidden.
Close, but I marked it down as 3 successes required.
Alright.
Get Dubois.
Hey, alright. I'm going to try and keep to cover and move toward the actually. Nash, do I have a map of this area?
I downloaded one. There's a Seminole Space copy.
I've mapped the whole station. Coming down there. Rainer's trying to lead you down to that spot there.
Where is the pharma facility?
The what?
The facility we're supposed to
we're supposed to
investigate.
come here in the first place.
The facility is still in a dome. It's over here that way.
Okay. What kind of scale are we looking at here? Like, what kind of scale are we looking at here? How far is that?
This location really isn't up to scale. It's much closer.
Okay.
But that's like the size of a city.
Alright, no point running down there, that's not gonna work. I'll just continue trying to find places to hide, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, actually, you said this is like a little car thing. How big is it?
Size of a standard SUV.
Okay. Can I see anyone in it? T-raying it?
Well, it's plated with metal.
That doesn't help stopping a T-ray.
I thought it did.
No. That does.
You do see a body in the driver's seat,
Okay.
but it's slouched over and looks dead.
Interesting.
Like hands aren't on the wheel or anything.
I'm gonna call shot to the engines, I guess. Try and screw up its movement.
Okay.
And burst fire for accuracy, I guess. Whee. First shot is a critical success.
Oh shit.
So I hit it.
And I'm gonna let you ignore the armor.
Whee. So it takes 18 points of damage to its engine. And second one is 63, which is a success. Is it actually rolling for any of these? Like, have we just decided it is?
Yeah. Oh. Since I've already counted the first shot, I won't roll for that, but the second, yeah.
Well, the first one was a critical success, so at best it's going to also critically succeed.
And no, it fails its threat.
Like, what is its threat anyway?
30.
Yeah, like, even if it rolled against that one, it can't possibly succeed, because it can't roll a crit success higher than 44 and that would be a success.
Trying to factor in that it's bulky.
Yeah.
And
Alright, well, I hit it, and did it straight up fail for him?
yes.
Okay. So I get to do another cold shot to the engine. So that's that one is only 13 damage to the engine.
13?
Yep.
Okay. The car did not like that.
Shock.
Yep. Machine gun again. This time, rolling to add damage.
Okay. Don't forget the whatever cover I have. I succeeded with 38.
Alright. Misses. The bolts chip away at the pillar but don't hit you.
Take that, jerk face.
Okay. Rainer takes a shot at it.
Oh, my weapon has 7 armor piercing. I don't want to mention that. If you were factoring armor into it. Not against the first one, but if you did against the second one.
We'll do that next turn.
Well,
But he crit succeeded on a shot. Armor. Okay. You have to make a networking test now.
A networking test.
I mean, not networking, sorry.
InfoSec.
InfoSec.
Yep.
18.
18.
Did it succeed as...
Yeah, it also succeeded.
Well, you got a plus 10 this time, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
could moxie to 81 and still succeed.
Yeah, sure. I'll spend another moxie.
Alright.
Alright. Succeed again. Thanks to your due diligence, your status has now been updated to invisible. It no longer, even if it does know there's an intruder, it has no way of seeing you at the moment.
Alright.
When you get to hidden, I think what it is it thinks you've left, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I drove him off. Well done, me. Now to drink a beer and watch Top Gear.
There's some emails passing over the field. Oh man, let's have a party. Celebrate.
Yeah, we did something productive with our time.
Alright, while he's busy with the buggy and stuff, I'm going to snoop around near the pharma facility.
From farm facility?
Yeah.
You're just going to leave him?
Well, it's not really much.
There's a task you can help with.
Oh, really?
He's an infomorph. He's not really leaving me.
Yes.
He was never with me.
Looking over some top-down views of the city, you do know that a few blocks away from where he is, there is a shipping cart on a rail that leads down into the shaft.
Well, that's booby-trapped.
You can try to hack in and access it to get these guys in transport.
It's gonna blow up. I don't trust that fucking cart.
I'm going to try to hack into the vehicle, but I have different plans for it.
You can try and crash into the
Yes,
buggy, are
I'm gonna
you?
try crashing into the
Exploding doom trap car just down your road, worst enemy.
Fine, I will let you try to hack the car.
13.
It succeeded.
The cart has an active defender? That's terrifying. Who puts an AI in a
Actually,
buggy?
hold on. What are the chances that I might have already accidentally brute forced it?
I never called.
I remember botnets. I've been setting them onto like a loop to brute force everything that they can get their hands on.
Yeah, he's
I was thinking-
basically made a self-replicating Trojan virus thing. It's currently trying to infect the station. I don't know why he's done this.
because I got pissed off. I don't like being put in symbol space.
And then Firewall shot him.
You're gonna want to delete the records of these actions. All of these actions. 101's gonna be looking at this shit going, drink, booze, now, no ice.
Booze, arsenic, right? I'm set for the day.
I have an arsenic problem.
I should probably got those nanophages.
I don't know if
Those
they're
don't help against arsenic. You need toxin filters for that.
Toxin filters.
I don't know if they're the worst group or the best.
We tend to have that effect on perseverance. I need to put this on my business card. You don't hire us because we're quiet. You hire us because we're thorough.
Ferros will be gone by the time this mission's over.
Probably.
But you know what? I'm allowing it. The car stops firing at him and just coasts there. What does it coast? It just floats.
The rocket car?
No, the buggy, sorry.
Oh.
I mean, the buggy is dislodged and working.
Alright. Okay, now for
Why
the
did it
hard
stop
part.
shooting?
Actually, does it have autopilot?
Probably.
Probably
Yes.
is. But, okay, thank God. Alright, I'm going to program it into a crash, interface to crash course right into the buggy.
Okay.
Override any avoidance things, that sort of thing.
Actually, that would be navigation, I think.
20.
Oh no, because it doesn't autopilot.
Yeah, it has an autopilot.
Navigation would be if you were doing it yourself.
Right, I got 20.
On programming check?
No,
Interfacing.
Yeah, it's easy as all that.
Yeah.
You probably just set it up, get it going. Full
Drive here.
The issue is that because it's turning down the rail into the mine shaft is pretty big though, we're going to need the Doom buggy close enough to the rail to get hit.
Where's the buggy currently?
It is near the other side of the lift.
Okay, so there's like rail that goes along and it goes down a whole buggy.
Yes.
I'm gonna break the rail so that it goes across the hole.
Alright, I can do that. I gotta see this.
What's the rail made of?
Standard steel.
Okay, how thick is it?
You ever seen one of those Skytrain track metal bars?
Oh, it'd be thinner than that. It's 0G. It doesn't need to withstand as much force. Right?
Alright, half that size.
All right. Because I found Scrapper's job, maybe.
Right.
I just need to get over there. Alright. I'm gonna go infiltration to get over there without being shot. Do you want infiltration or freefall?
You know what, I'm gonna say you could use a little bit of either, so just
Okay.
pick the one you want,
Okay.
and then because you have points in the other one, I'll give you a +10 bonus to the target number.
Alright. Can I roll under a 95? Yes.
You laugh, but one day, one day,
I'll have to moxie my way out of it.
oh shit, 99!
Regular failure. Alright, 49, success.
Alright,
I'm an invisible jerk.
I'm gonna say it took you your whole turn to get there,
Oh yeah.
and next turn you'll be able to apply the gel.
Alright.
So,
Can't you find me?
standard perception check.
No. Aha.
Nope. Alright. Now I have to roll for an NPC.
Oh no.
Why did you put them on separate pages? What are those kids doing in the interim? Hiding?
Roll perception for me.
Okay.
Can I help?
I don't know if you can help me. Wow, I don't think I spotted Dick. I got 89.
Roll. You might have noticed it over the security feed.
is
My senses are currently occupied with something else.
50, and my perception is 50.
Hey.
Alright. Although they're all carrying, like, SMGs and stuff and automatic weapons, they haven't fired a shot.
Yeah, but probably. Well, there are kids, right?
Yeah.
In fact, it's only been Rainer that's been firing, and he's only been firing one shot. Like, not even burst fire.
Oh, they're conserving ammo.
Alright. I'm going to send. Do the kids have TACnet?
No.
No.
What the hell would they have that?
If you want, though, you can be set up on standby to ready
I just want to send
The buggy of death?
I want to send like a message to the kids to
the pain
to
train.
watch the this area right here because you're gonna want to share this with your friends.
No, you send them a link to the best view.
Yeah, best views.
Guys, get to here and set your XP running.
Alright. I'm applying Scrapper's gel. Hold those all the way around the rail.
I'm not even going to make you roll for that because it's pretty easy.
It's like a toothpaste tube. Like that.
You mean if you're trying to apply explosives, I'd make you roll, but no. This is just a deadly chemical that erodes metals.
Technically deadly. It's highly acidic.
Like you don't want to consume it.
No. It is technically poisonous.
That's actually a bar drink for the really brave. They call it the scrapyard deal.
It's vodka and whiskey with a bit of Scrapper's gel.
Not for simplers.
They call it the ruster.
Not to be confused with several Martian drinks called rusters.
Don't go to the wrong bar.
Yeah. Okay, you apply the gel to the beam, and it just melts and sizzles as the nanomachines work away at it. And
It's not nanomachines. It's acid.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I thought it was nanomachines.
It's like a gel you put into it, trigger it with an electrical spark, and it just becomes super highly acidic and starts eroding through something.
My mistake.
Okay.
It burns through it. Hey, there's a disconnection at just the right point where it starts to turn down.
I'm gonna just sort of bend the other part down so that it can get free of the rail.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna move.
Yes, you're going to want to. Go.
But what do I do?
What do you think you're going to do?
I know what I'm going to do. It's just
I'm
not
not
as
even-
obvious.
Just say the words.
All right. So car thing. As soon as he moves it down, he's moving out of the way. And
I dive out of the way successfully.
The cart flies off the rail, and just before it hits the car, the turret actually turns. Just the turret turns to point at the train because it sensed movement. And it doesn't even open fire. And then boom! It actually doesn't do a lot of damage at first when it hits, but it keeps carrying it all the way across from the whole yard, and then there's a big building,
Yeah.
and then boom! Glass smashes, boom, everything.
is it a building important?
It was an orphanage.
Yes. No.
Fortunately, there was no one in it, because the only 5 kids in town are with us.
It was a law firm.
Love them, leave them, and burn them, divorce attorneys.
The buggy itself kind of bounces away and starts drifting in the opposite direction as the now crippled Jeep is just there, stuck into the building. You have several options. You can head down or investigate the destroyed car.
I'll ask Rainer what he thinks we should do with the destroyed car. Probably have bullets in it.
Yeah, we need ammo.
Alright, sure, let's head over there.
In fact, we all need ammo. Alright, so it takes a bit. You have to kind of climb a few floors up.
Does he have no comment on what he just saw? It's just like, not bad.
Yeah,
I've seen
you know what?
better half-cocked plans.
He holds up a little card that says 6.5. All the kids are like 10, 10, 10, 10. One kid is a 0, 1, and then goes, oh.
Oh, one kid holds up a 3, he's got like the Russian hat on.
I've seen better in video games.
Alright, let's go investigate a broken car.
Alright.
I'm gonna keep away from the barrel.
Oh no, the machine gun has been smashed and dented.
Doesn't mean it won't try to shoot at me and blow itself up.
There's a little hinge going.
Still moving, I don't like this.
Alright, you now have several options.
Okay.
You can try to gain access to the front seat, or, because this is a standard Martian buggy, it does have a trunk in the back that you can investigate. Or, you can also investigate the wreckage of the machine gun, see if that or the ammo it had can be salvaged.
Step 1, I'm going to find the nearest block section of broken cinder block and break the window with it. Without touching the car.
Alright. Smash the window and you're able to gain access to the building.
Does my nano detector go off?
No.
Okay. Who's in there? Is there actually a dead guy in there?
Yes.
What's he wearing?
Although the body's been completely burned thanks to the neutrino burst.
Interesting.
Farcaster.
Hazard to guess at how long ago he did that?
I'm not sure what kind of knowledge check that would be.
Probably
medicine.
medicine of some kind.
Alright, attempt a medicine roll.
I have a point in it.
Would math was help with this?
No.
But it's like a mathematical
No.
thing.
It might be a perception test, actually.
I just roll perception.
Okay.
37.
I do not succeed.
I do.
Nah. Looks about a week old.
Okay. Oh, dead.
The actual neutrino burst itself also damaged a lot of the dashboard as well as the wheel itself.
Is the
Now, if I could somehow acquire character knowledge for my one-shot character, I would be prodding it to see if it starts moving. See if the dashboard starts moving.
No.
But no.
is the face still somewhat recognizable?
No.
This is pretty much just a blackened shape that was once human.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's borderline skeletal. Alright. Does it have like a dashboard or a console or anything like that I could screw around with?
Yeah, but 1 second, roll another perception.
Sure. Stop rolling crap perception, Edward.
26.
Okay. You notice, I'm not sure how, but you were probably looking through his feed. Or
He's
tapping.
going to be looking through cameras throughout the station.
And the glass plates covering some of the car actually cover most of the windows and stuff. And the glass inside, some of it's actually smashed outward, but still against the metal. Looks like this guy was sealed into the vehicle when it was being modified into this weapon.
Oh, that's charming. I'm now doubly glad I didn't get the Doom buggy. I would just like it known that I fucking called it. The murder car has no sway of me.
Oh, come on, me setting up a trap?
I know.
Why would I do that? Not a single good GM or DM would ever put a trap for his players.
I know, and I mean, you'd have to be a complete dick to put 3 of them in the same session.
I mean-
Especially really lethal ones. You'd
Oh.
have to be some kind of monumental me-esque prick for that.
No, like a door that was fake or something. It was actually a monster that they were obviously going to open.
Or a little like wheelie cap stand that just fills the room with an exploding gas. Yeah, some kind of massive dick you'd have to be for that one.
Oh yeah.
Or a key that makes you shrink.
Burn in hell.
Yeah.
But that was one of the greatest puzzles we've dealt with so far.
This isn't going to turn into some kind of arms race, is it?
Hopefully not. I'm trying not to.
Anyway.
Alright. Now that you can now check to see the hard drive of the vehicle, or at least of its navigational stuff that was behind the dashboard. It was luckily not damaged, even though most of the hardware connected to it was.
Question, did I manage to find... yeah, I did get an Ecto, okay. I'm going to use my Ecto to access it.
Alright. You find standard recordings of its movement over the past week.
Do I know what a basilisk hack is yet?
No.
Damn it! I want to make my flicker box, god damn it.
Your what?
Flicker box. It's a thing firewall agents do. You take an Ecto. The way a basilisk hack works is it needs to have high fidelity audio and video. Take the Ecto, deliberately fuck it up so that the screen sort of flickers and has low res and the audio cracks, popples, and tunes in and out. Whereas, so if you plug it into something with Vassal Attack, it displays but doesn't affect you.
Oh,
Yep.
damn, what book's that in?
Yeah, I don't think it's in a book. It's from the No Evil campaign. It was this hilarious thing they devised to do with it.
That's ingenious!
Yeah. And in their campaign it became just, it quickly spread as a thing firewall agents do in the field.
After this mission, you can try a networking check with firewalls.
Yay!
See if there's any emergency helpful procedures to help the best party.
I just get sent a PDF. What I want is just like, you clearly need help. In other news, Edward Dubois is sick. He's also feeling ill. Anyway.
Okay, what you do know from the navigational computer is that before a week ago, it was just a standard owned vehicle and it was just flying around doing its own
Did
shit.
it have a gun at the time?
No. And then apparently it went in for unscheduled repairs done on site, but that actually happened in the middle of an intersection. And then it was a continual search route, guard route for the rest of the week, without any stops.
Just patrolling?
Yes.
Okay. Does it have any data for parameters of what it considers a thing it should be investigating? And or shooting at? Like what targeting data does it have?
Any biomorph or synthmorph it is caught moving around.
Interesting. Step 1, acquire pond. No. Alright. I'm going to take wrist-mounted tools and try and jimmy the trunk open.
Okay.
Pry. Doesn't work. Torch. Then you remember you're in 0G and it just blows up.
Well, actually, in Panopticon it does mention the amount of chemicals in the atmosphere. And it is offset by methane and... what's the other one? The non-reactive one.
Argon?
Argon and...
Neon?
nitrogen.
Nitrogen, yeah.
Yeah. So it is more Earth atmosphere. So you don't get the whole explosive, unless you're in like tin can habits.
The exploding thing is the zero gravity effect that fire has. In
Okay.
right?
So that
It's where it burns out. It doesn't blow up, but it goes, and it just sort of goes out. You're like, well, damn it, because it doesn't go anywhere and it doesn't cycle the airflow. Damn it. Every time you spark it, it just goes.
Some guy who's off-world for the first time, you give him a lighter, and you just watch it.
Just plays with it for 6 hours.
God damn it!
Behold! I am a wizard. Anyway, can I get the trunk open?
Yes.
Alright.
It opens up, and inside you find a briefcase.
Okay. My Dubois tendency to immediately shoot the briefcase is manifesting itself really hard right now.
T-Ray.
Yeah, I'll T-Ray this stupid thing.
Okay. You actually find it looks like a small rocket launcher. It's got a shoulder butt, handle, although on the end of it, it's not a standard rocket. It's pointed in a way for armor piercing.
Oh, I think I know what this is. I will open it and see if it blows me up.
Okay. It is locked though. You're gonna try to get it open.
Utility will just cut the lock off. Fuck
Alright, that works. You open it up.
I don't care if someone knows I broke into their briefcase. I wrecked their car. It's going to be the secondary concern at least.
Nothing bad happens.
Someone stole my briefcase. Also, my car is in flames and embedded in the side of a building. That's not important.
Those lawyers are probably going to sue.
Space lawyers from Extropia.
So I opened the briefcase. Do I discover that you read the same section of the transhuman book that I did? Is it a standard rocket launcher with a heat missile in it?
Well, not really.
No.
It's almost more like if you took a rifle removed the barrel in action and then replaced it with mechanisms to fire a small rocket.
Oh, like it's a grenade rifle.
Yeah.
No.
Except it's a big, fuck off missile thing like this with weird little
Like a missile
sight
launcher.
point to it. Yeah.
Right.
It does not look like a standard weapon though. And there's no more of this ammunition in the case.
Interesting. I'll ask Rainer if he knows what it is.
He takes a look at it. Can I hold it?
No. Not yet, anyway. I've known you for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, that thing looks
No offense, Ben, but like less than a day.
He looks at it and goes,
Not that I think you'd actually shoot it at me when you're directly next to me, but still.
nah, I wouldn't give you that kind of NPC this early on. Man, this... I've seen rocket launchers. This one looks like it could pierce a tank. Probably rip apart a Reaper.
But,
Well, the whole thing about the way armor piercing works.
so it's a rocket rifle.
Yes.
I'm gonna call it that.
You see, I wanted bullets, not one rocket.
Well,
See, one...
he's using a pistol, right?
Yeah.
I can give him ammo. I have a bunch.
You can
I
also
think I
still
did
check
give
the
you
machine gun to see if there's more ammo there.
Yep.
But he's just limited
Well,
to the fact.
that's not gonna chamber in a pistol though. It's machine gun ammo.
Does it have a brand name on it?
No, it doesn't.
How damaged is the gun anyway? Like the buggy, did it hit the gun or did it hit the side of the vehicle?
The buggy kind of hit it from the side. You can see scuff marks on the suitcase itself.
Okay.
But really, there's been no damage to the gun itself. I mean, if it hit it from a different angle,
Beautiful.
probably could have caused that thing to blow up and so.
Because we're in 0G. Which means I can carry it around. I'm going to take it off the buggy.
Wait, you gonna take what off the buggy?
The gun.
Which gun?
The turret.
Oh, I thought that was broke.
No, I just asked him. Now I have something that can shoot the ammo in it. I seriously doubt I have a
It's gonna
skill for
require-
this.
It will require a hardware, weaponry or armory or whatever, to try to remove it, and then alter it in a little bit of way that can just make it handheld.
No, I don't have hardware skills. Curses. Oh well.
I do, but I don't have any arms.
This is true.
You just tell it what to do.
This will go so badly. I'm actually just gonna ask Rainer if he knows anything about repair and hardware work.
How the fuck do you have guns and not know how to fix them?
That's what fabbers are for. I usually don't keep a gun long enough to need to fix it.
He climbs over to it and starts just ripping at wires and... Tools!
Sure. I give him responsive tool.
Okay, he points at some bolts and stuff. and-
You hand him your arm? It's like
No,
sure,
it's an
tools.
armband. It's like a cuff.
Yeah.
I just take it off and hand it to him.
He's like, why the fuck do you have this?
It's a standard piece of equipment.
Alright.
I'm confused why he's surprised by that thing. It's like a basic piece of technology. Like any vac worker has one of those. It's like a
crap,
utility
right.
tool. It's basically a utility tool that you attach to your arm.
I'm thinking of it more like a thieves pair of
Oh, you're
tools.
thinking of the covert ops tool that I used to have.
Yes.
The thing that's like ridiculous that like overrides locks instantly. It automatically triggers
Civilian
the alarm.
models, no problem with that. But yeah, he gets it.
Also known as that thing I still haven't used.
It's not here.
Yeah, pretty much.
He takes some of the other parts and reattaches it to the back and stuff. And it's got very... It looks primitive and ramshackle.
Doesn't matter what it looks like.
It works.
Yeah.
You essentially have standard machine gun.
Cool.
-6 armor piercing, 2d10 plus 6, which can hold 50 ammo. And you find remaining in the case beside of it still 100 rounds.
Cool. I'll give that to Rainer.
He's like, oh, that's good. I was down to 3.
Yeah. Hang on, do we need paint? I kind of want to give this thing a name. We'll name it Mirabelle or something.
Graceful ballerina.
We'll name it Grace. Just write Grace on the side of it.
Floats like a butterfly, stings like a buggy to the head.
Floats like a butterfly, stings like a motherfucker.
Oh, can I try to peek around in some cameras inside the pharma facility?
Sure.
Okay.
I have a rocket rifle.
You can try to access Permafarm's security server. It is difficult though. I am giving you -30 to your target number.
Can I take my time?
Yeah,
Probably,
sure.
yeah.
So negative
20.
Negative 20. Alright, so 75. Okay. 15.
Okay. You're able to get through. What you do notice immediately, there's actually 2 different levels to security. You're able to hack into the external security systems. That is really a lot of the cameras and spies on the outside of the building, as well as on one of the outer levels. But there seems to be another one that you don't have any external access to, that covers the inside of the structure.
Makes sense.
What you do realize is that this internal structure also controls several turrets.
Ooh.
This place is heavily armed and armored. You're going to need something of a heavy duty to get in.
I don't have access to such turrets?
No.
Oh.
They're part of the internal security server that you physically and wirelessly cannot access.
Okay. Is there any like creepies running around that I could, well not like literally running around, but like dormant or something?
No, wait, no, I was wrong. Wrist-mounted tools are actually an implant. It says implanted around each wrist, yeah.
Well, then he pointed
So I
at
would
the
have
stuff
to just,
and you
yeah,
did it.
do it for him, yeah. Yep. Oh, they have fiber optics in them, that's fine.
What you could do is head down to the maintenance wing in the tunnel where Raynor is going. It'll be a resting point for all of you. Cool. So you do that?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, you guys make your way from the battered and bruised DeLorean
In the meantime, I
with
want
your
to,
awesome gun.
in the meantime, I want to return to the
I said what percent?
what is it called? You know, the place where we had where our morphs are that started.
The dollhouse.
The dollhouse. Yeah, I want to go to the dollhouse and upload
Like you named this
fresh
guy
hack.
Unlucky Firewall Agent. Pretty sure that's a smelter.
I call that work of art his 3rd attempt.
So yeah, I want to go back to the dollhouse and upload a fresh backup.
Houdini 2, soon to be 3.
Uploading. Okay. You go back there and go in the server and upload a fresh backup.
Do you think I could snoop around and see if they have any Edelmans?
You
Possibly.
alright, try a research check.
46.
No, you don't find any Eidolons. During this time of research, you manage to get down to the maintenance ring. Raynor tells you that this section, several parts of the first shaft here, don't have security spines. He has made sure to remove them. This is a temporary safe zone where
Can I
you
see if you missed any?
can try.
Right. What would that be? Like a research or an interface?
A standard perception.
I'll look for any as I go by.
Alright, 31.
I actually succeed with 65.
You see burn marks where you could tell security devices are, and small little stations of technology have been damaged. No,
Okay.
you guys aren't being watched here. Now, he takes you to a little off-room area. It looks like they've been using it as a hiding place, a little bunker, little makeshift beds on the walls and stuff. There's also another person, a woman hooked up to some machines. It looks like a poorly made simulspace suite. Like it's got bits of insides of computers on the outside, wires running all around. She looks busy with that. Raynor comes in and says, look, we're safe here for now. We haven't had any issues here. I can give you the full story. Okay.
Lay it on me.
Yeah. Okay. About a week and a half ago, 2 weeks, a large simulspace event happened here. Because there actually is quite a noticeable simulspace community. It's a good kid thing. I'm security, I don't follow that.
I don't play instance. But Mr. Rainer, what about your level 30 paladin? Shut up! You're thinking of a different Raider.
Anyway, during that time, all of those who were in it, for some reason, decided not to log out. I'm doubting that, from what I've heard from the inside, thanks to Julie here, she points to the woman who's still in the machine, and the kids, it looks like the people who were inside were subjected to psychosurgery in some way, to not want to leave and act as if it was their normal life. Set up in the heavily modified version of a simulspace that looked like the layout of the city.
Quick out of character question, is this a change you made because of misunderstanding simulspace?
What?
Because psychosurgery is literally cutting open someone's head. Like, well, not, you don't actually have to cut their head.
Yeah,
But
but
you have to have access basically to their body.
Well, if they
Like, you need their actual ego. When
well,
you go into
as long as you have just
simulspace,
like the digital copy of the ego, you can mess with the ego.
yeah, but you don't actually upload an ego into simulspace usually. I mean, you can, but you don't usually do that.
Yeah. They're digital copies are mounted and all that. Luckily, the kids here, they weren't running a standard system. They've been messing around with their simulspace suite, so they weren't affected. Over the course of that time, more people were persuaded to join in and are now living out this fake version of the city in there. And the few who decide to come visit for tourism or work actually get uploaded in there thinking they get resleeved. And then those who will be leaving soon haven't seemed to notice the problem and just get re-uploaded when their time is done.
It sounds more like a mimetic virus than psychosurgery. That's the thing, it's like a pseudo-basilisk hack that works like in cyberspace kind of thing. It like causes a reprogramming of your brain. It's not something the average twit has, but yeah. It's also not something I know whether or not Edward even knows exists.
Now we have the fake version of the city. We have Cindy here. She's been trying to keep an eye.
Why the hell did I look over there when you pointed? I was like, why are you pointing at the park?
She's been keeping track because sometimes there are either guests or civilians who notice issues. We've been trying to deal with the problem so far because we've been trapped here. In fact, if the story's right, the person you bumped into in simulspace was Cindy.
Okay. So these people who are in simul space don't know that they're in one?
Correct.
How do you know they're not in the real world and this isn't a simul space?
Because we get shot at.
What does it mean it's not a simul space? You get shot at in simul space. I shot 2 people in simul space. Not 5 minutes ago.
Maynard just kind of stops for a second and goes,
By the way, out of character, this is why when they made the game, they made it so you know when you're in one. So you don't run into this Matrix Inception bullshit constantly. It turns it into a very different game.
well,
I need to go find a spinning top. Excuse me. I'll be back in a minute.
we just try to open up a
The problem is there's no gravity, so it does just spin forever. Like, I'm screwed.
Well, you just open up the console menu, and if it registers at this point, Joshua just brings a whole bunch of technobabble that only the most inside inner circle would understand.
One of the kids is like, oh, I know what you're talking about. So the other's like, shut up,
Shut up,
fucking
Dave.
nerd.
You used to be a smart monkey. I liked you better when you were a smart monkey. Shut up.
He takes a cigar. Rainer bats it away. Anyway, Rainer's like, crazy theory. Fucking psycho.
Does he
But I know
have,
how I can prove it.
does he have to make a will test?
You know what? Yes.
On what?
Or if he starts to doubt whether or not he's in reality.
He makes it.
Aww.
Look. There's a weapons cache in the inner city area. Unfortunately, a lot of the cleaning robots and mining robots as well are being controlled by the AI. It's a hell to get past, but if I can get past it, I can get weapons, munitions, explosives. And then I can get to the main server structure in one of the, we call them the spires. They're large sections being built around the main area. When we can get there, we can blow the main server for the Habitat AI. It'll mean that a lot of the Habitat's functions get shut down, but it does mean that we will be stopping the control in the cyberspace, we'll be stopping the control of the machine itself, and then we can attempt an escape, or as well as some kind of relay or communications outside.
Do you currently have the capacity to handle all those people exiting simulspace?
Sorry, what?
Do you currently have the capacity to handle so many people exiting simulspace?
Okay.
Simul space isn't the same as being an infomorph. You're still in a body. It's just you're sort of playing a virtual reality game. So presumably, yeah.
I mean, we did see a buggy that was shooting everything that moved.
Yeah.
What are the chances?
I'm sure a lot of people are dead.
Yeah, what are the chances that is the only one?
Actually, that's a point, because it's shooting things that move. People who are in a simul space chair aren't moving. That's probably why it only shoots things that move. Oh, someone wants to be king of their little virtual world. Anyway.
No, that server is blowing. We're getting rid of it. I don't know what's going on with the Habitat AI or the security AI, but we're dealing with it. We're getting as much people out of here as possible. Luckily, we now have some weapons, at least only a little bit, but we need to reach that cache.
We only have a little bit of weapon, he says, hoisting his vehicle-mounted minigun. Although to be
He's
fair,
not subtle.
it only has 100 rounds, which is like 4 seconds of minigun fire, but still.
Anyway, for some reason you guys have firearms.
Yep.
Why? Why did you have a cache of weapons?
We came for a job. Kind of been put on the back burner now.
Okay. He is massively suspicious.
Shocking!
The kid's just
Come on now, if I honestly meant you any harm, would I have given you a minigun?
Checks again to see there's no explosives in it.
Is this a capsule of liquid thermite? Let's just do it in here. No,
There's
nothing.
no bullets in this clip, it's just scrapper here. What the fuck?
Why is this? What? See, now you've given me an idea.
No, you cannot rewrite it so you sabotage this weapon.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm talking about because scrapper's gel doesn't burn until you trigger it with a charge. So what if you took like a freezer and filled it with scrapper's gel and put a stun gun in front of it so it just sprays acid instead of its normal fuel? It's like a much more horrible flamethrower because it works in vacuum.
But if I'm correct, the freezer launches little capsules in the same way the...
No, it shoots a stream of foam basically.
Oh. It can be laced with chemicals.
Yay!
So yes, it can be laced with Scapper's gel.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that's gonna be terrible.
It'll be the most expensive ammo you've ever had.
Oh yeah. It's not as expensive as liquid thermite is.
We need a campaign of just you guys being complete murder hobos. Like, as much as I don't normally like that gameplay, this could work in this.
We need to do a one shot where we're an experienced firewall erasure squad.
Well, you're almost there already.
We're not very experienced.
No worries, just watch the news feeds after you get out of this mission. There might be a place you can go.
Anyway.
Yes.
Alright, we need to go down there and purge everything. Yeah, that kind of mission.
Anyway, you can rest up if you are wounded. I'll also tell you to take some time to try to deal with any trauma if you've had any. I can't remember if you actually did get any.
I just took stress. Okay, I didn't actually get traumatized.
Okay, well, you can heal some of that up with, like, having your muse do a
Weird, easy.
psychic.
Try your best. Hey, yeah, you did it. 20.
Your muse sits on one of those chairs and and just goes, so, tell me about your day.
So tell me about your muscle. She was kind of a bitch. Alright then. Is that all you have to say? Pretty much.
Looks at his notepad, there's just one line, like, I kind of need something more to work with here, buddy. I'm your shrink.
Something more to work with here. Fuck it, you want a beer? I thought you'd never ask. With that, his stress is gone. My muse knows how to de-stress me. It involves a bottle of scotch and a dance floor.
Note to self, next campaign.
It's just titled A Bottle of Scotch and a Dance Floor.
That's what this video is now called. Or Under the Influence.
Anyway.
Yes. You can now suit up and head down to the central city area.
Yep.
The mine shaft keeps going down for a bit, but after a while it widens out and now has really intricate bits of buttressing as well as actual walls. And then from there you look out and it's a big cavern with interlacing, not walkways, but two pathway things, yeah.
Those little pulley hoop handle things.
All over the place.
Like the sort of like those tow bars that you get on like ski lifts.
Yes. And there's buildings coming in the same way amethyst crystals grow inward.
Cool.
Yeah. And some of them even just connect.
Fun.
I have an idea.
And there's still lights on. There's no activities in the streets.
Shock.
I know, right?
I have an idea.
What?
Am I able to access the sun space from here? You know, the one that all people on?
Do you want to torment the small people trapped in cyberspace?
I'm not going to torment them, I'm just going to make it completely unusable. Because it's a network type of thing. It's Silent Space as a server. So I'm going to DDoS the server.
Servers by themselves are normally built to withstand a lot of stress.
No.
This isn't somebody's computer.
Yeah.
Yes, well I have a big botnet, so it's not coming from just one location.
You have some of them.
Even some amount of botnet, and even in the book it says that DDoS is still a thing that people are still trying to deal with.
It's still a thing.
Yeah, it's still a thing.
It might be hard to do.
That would take a lot of
It
your
also might damage people in it, because you can still take stress damage in civil space.
Yes.
No, I'll just experience a lot of lag.
And for people who might think that's their lives. I'm not going to roll stress damage for every civilian in there.
If everything in the entire world as you know it started moving in stutter stock, you would think you were going insane. Or or had been drugged.
It's bad enough what you did to Dr. Klein, making me roll stress for an NPC, you asshole. And then
Technically, I did that, but
I say you as the criminal. You're all equally responsible.
and I only tormented his backup,
Yeah, by telling him that his life's work,
Which
the
is
greatest
worse.
project
Which is
he
worse
worked
in a
on, blew up, and that it was all his fault,
Yeah, I was the one that actually came up with
and
that.
that now his works could be owned by the 9 Lives cartel and used to cause more pain and suffering.
For those of you listening at home, you can read all about that.
One of my finer moments.
Anyway.
Yes, when he was sleeved into this space station.
Yep. That was fun.
Anyways, yes, I am actually going to try to DDoS the thing.
Okay. I'm gonna
Bad person, you know that?
That's not going to be opposed, but I am going to say that's a difficult check.
Ball's difficult, it would probably take several hours.
Well, if you do that, that's going to be your whole action while he's going around this cityscape.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well,
Well, I'm going to take my time to get that 10.
okay, so it's gonna
Wait,
take
it's
you...
a whole hour.
I said hours.
Hours.
Like, it might take you all day.
Yeah. And taking your time adds, like, what, 30%?
It doubles the time frame for each plus 10 you want.
Oh, shit.
I'm
He's
not
going to be done what he's doing.
So it's 2 days for a plus 10, 4 days for a plus 20, or 8 days for a plus 30.
Well, basically all I have to do is program the botnet to ping to connect to the Summit Space server and continuously press F5 over and over again.
Well, yeah, except for the slight problem that as soon as the server notices you're just refreshing the page constantly, it's going to lock out that user. And then the other one, it's going to lock that one out. Like, you're going to slow it down, but you're not going to crash it.
If you're actually DDoSing it, it's going to take a lot of time.
Yeah, you have to set the whole thing up and coordinate it.
It's also not really an action that would help you at this moment.
Yeah. Like, all it would do is just torment a bunch of people in Simul space. That doesn't actually help us.
I mean, what you could do is try to get into the security clearance area and try to see if there's any local robots or anything that he doesn't
What
want
you
to
could
go
also
into.
do is you could try and get into the Simul space and talk to the people in it. To try to find out about why they're in there.
Sure, I'll give them an option between a red pill and a blue pill.
Oh God! I know. This, you know what? No. See, these are my notes. Rip. Fuck you.
Is your entire notes just right, kind of like the Matrix?
Nope. No.
No. That's the way I write my notes. Did you read the notes I wrote for the Wushu game? It was like, and then the Emperor's evil or some shit.
No, I never saw those notes.
Oh wait.
That was great. They go to a bar. It's called, I don't know, the Lucky 8. That works. Like, it actually says Lucky 8. I guess
So
that
the problem
works.
is, I write up my notes on paper. I should probably type them up because.
Okay, I got it. Okay, I'm going to get it in the Summit Space server and change all the virtual reality stuff into saying you're in Simul Space. Just that, nothing else.
That is still going to be an opposed infosec test.
Also, still gonna cause stress damage.
Oh, and when they do a search, all that's going to come up is you're in Simul Space. You're in Simul Space. You're in Simul Space.
So all
Like
work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All work.
Like, they bring up Google, type one letter in, and a drop-down bar that shows various options is all, you're insane.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not gonna make them think they're insane at all.
Yeah, but then they're going to start asking other people, and they're going to try it, and then it's going to
And they're going to be like, what the
go
fuck is
viral.
this?
And then they're gonna go, oh my god, someone's hacked the security station's network system. We're all gonna die.
Terrorists! Terrorists!
Terrorists are attacking us. They're gonna get the life support system next.
There is now mass panic. You just did this. There is now mass panic in cyberspace.
See?
Julie is just message you guys, going, "What the fuck did you do? This is your work somehow. What the hell, guys? Something a little low profile."
It's like, you can't prove it was me. That could have been anyone with a botnet.
Yeah, I'm a ghost.
Please don't torment the symbol space people.
Fine.
Let them go about their little fake lives. Anyway, while he's debating incredibly dubious moral ethics, I'm gonna go head off to investigate. Well, actually, I'm gonna see what supplies they have for a trip like this.
Okay.
I will look through the security spawns.
They have more scrappers, Jal.
2 more doses of it.
Yay!
Okay.
They also have the remains of a med kit, which is really just 1 repair spray and 1. What's it? Healing spray?
Nanomedage.
Nanomedage.
So I'll just look through the security spawns and see what robots we have to deal with.
Yep. You don't notice. What you do see is that a lot of small things. Sorry.
I'm going to take the repair spray, but I don't need a nanomedage. I have one of those and medicines. So.
A lot of smaller house robots and stuff are all just patrolling the streets.
But I may need that to fix my gun.
Some of those little, those little flying saucer little robots?
Oh, like the one that Dave the Monkey had?
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys, they're fun.
Some of those around. You only see 1 mining robot in the whole city area.
Dwarf bot?
Yes.
Ooh.
Is it a little robot, a little thruster pack that just has a big pickaxe like this and just goes tick, tick, tick. You ever seen Robot Wars Deadblow or the one for Mythbusters? The robot that's just a pick on top of it that just does things.
I used to love that show. You realize there's a tabletop RPG that's basically that. Engine Hearts. Try sometime. No, the robot actually looks more like a squat body with 4 thick legs, kind of like spider legs. It's got a whole bunch of little mining tools on it. It has a tendency to
crawls around the wall kind of thing.
Yeah, it has a tendency to whistle while it works,
Yeah,
which is why they're called dwarves.
Damn you. Damn you, whistle bots.
What you do notice
You still hear it coming.
is that unlike the others that have patrolled it, that one's actually making its way towards the weapon depot.
Oh, good.
Oh, really?
I allow you to make 1 infiltration check to try to get past all of the robots, because you now know their routes.
30, success.
Okay.
Can I try to screw with the mining bot? Is its wireless connections open?
It doesn't have a wireless connection, actually.
Oh.
Suspicious.
In fact, zoom in.
Alright, zooming in.
Okay. You actually see that there's actually a bit of damage on the top of it. It actually sounds weird and stupid, because you don't think it would happen, but it's like falling damage. As if something fell on top of it. In fact, it's completely crushed the little part of it that deals with wireless
Or
transmissions.
someone just hit it with a hammer.
Possible.
I would say probable.
Okay. Can I try to take control of one of the saucer bots that happens to have a wireless connection open?
Sure. That's going to be a post info set.
Active monitor.
14.
14, 20. You fail, and you're noticed.
On the plus side, we now know that someone is actually monitoring all of these robots. So there is some central intelligence there. Downside is you get locked out of it.
Can I review the ethics?
Wait, no, you succeeded though, and he also.
Yeah, I succeeded.
Yeah, okay, you have spotted, is what it is.
Yeah.
Which means it starts taking passive countermeasures against you.
Yeah.
Like trying to trick you.
Now you're able to
Wait,
get...
no, it's active countermeasures, I think, for spotted. Because the other one is locked, at which point you basically just can't access it anymore. Yeah, it's hidden where it doesn't do anything about you. Covert, which is where it starts doing passive countermeasures. Then spotted, which is it does active attempts to find you, and then locked is where you just can't do it anymore. There's like 4 degrees of firewall breaking. Anyway.
Oh, hello.
You looking for?
Right here, subversion examples. There is a hacking semi-space systems. With a -30, I can attempt to abort the simulation.
Yep. It requires you get access to it first, though, which you just barely failed to do.
No, this is for a different thing. This is for the saucer bot. Where is the?
Well, it's for a saucer bot that's being controlled by a central intelligence. Like, it knows you're hacking stuff now.
Oh,
Yep.
It probably knew that for a while.
It's gonna start walling you out of everything.
Well, it's gonna try.
Yep. Anyway, I'm gonna head down to a depot. Do I encounter said mining robot?
Actually, yes. It actually got there before you. It is currently working at the door, using various little mining tools and stuff, trying to just damage the door and get through.
Yep.
It does not notice you.
I'm going to walk up to it, take some scrapper's gel, empty it on top of the thing, and set it off, and then run away.
It's working at the door. It stops for a second.
I just put a line right across it, just burning a hole through it.
One of the little robotic arms just turns around and just
It's back,
brings
rather
up
than missing.
the gel covers some of the little digits and the digits fall off. It goes,
Does the robot then go? Waving its arms around, panic.
it didn't even see you. It turns around the opposite way and just scuttling along to the. I see one arm trying to walk off.
Like my little pick goes tink, tink, tink. Then it just falls off.
Yes.
Now I feel bad. Anyway, I'm going to open the door with wrist-mounted tools. After checking to see if there aren't any robots around.
257.
There are no bots in the cache or nearby outside.
Okay. I'm going to try and get the door open. The old wrist-mounted tools.
The door is damaged and there's been attempts to. Gotta be sure to finish that stupid sentence.
Attempts to open it.
I can try to re-authenticate at the beginning of the next action turn.
Okay. After you open the door, you can try that. But yeah, I'm not even gonna let you roll. It's easy enough thing to do. You open it up, and it's walls upon walls of weapons.
Fun.
Rainer walks in, and just picks it up. It's like, I'm so happy.
So you're just following me this whole time.
Yes. Although the kids are back.
Well, yeah, there's no reason they
Yeah.
go.
So,
Suspicious.
yeah, she starts trying to collect as much weapons and ammunition as he can. Says, okay, looks like we got our stuff. We now have to make our way down to the auxiliary pillar there, where we can find the AI system.
Okay. What kind of guns are in here?
Everything except, like, plasma rifle.
Okay.
If
Option
there
one
are
off the table.
machine guns or rifles, you are free to pick one out from the book, and I'll let you have it.
Yep.
There's also tons upon tons of ammunition.
Are there any grenades?
Yes.
Yay.
There's 4 grenades of every type.
Cool.
Thermal bark.
No, heat grenades. High explosive armor piercing grenades. They're better than thermobaric grenades. They're better than plasma ball grenades. I will grab a duffel bag of grenades.
A 12-pack of grenade? Okay, bud.
Well, I'm just going to take a piece of string between every one of the pins, and then I'm just going to throw the bag and go, yank!
It's not a bag. It's a box that kind of looks like a donut box.
Yeah, it's a duffel bag. You zip it close enough that the grenades can't get out, but the string can go through. And you throw the bag and you just pull the strings while the pins come out. And they all go off at once.
Hold on, you're overthinking this. They can be wirelessly activated.
Yeah, but this is more fun.
You need
More-
the tactile experience.
It's got the old school feel. You're also forgetting how terrible Edward is with electronics. They don't tend to survive long in his hands. I'm not. He may be partially magnetic. Just scrambles things. He's basically my dad. Hey Dad, I got you a watch. Oh great. Puts it on. Hey, it stopped working. How? How do you do this? Takes it off, starts ticking again. That actually happened, by the way.
Oh man.
It's hilarious. It is now a running joke that my dad is magnetic.
So,
He destroys all electronics by touching them.
shall I re-authenticate them?
Yeah, you can give it a shot.
60.
Is that opposed or?
That's, yes, I believe it's opposed. It's with a -10 in my end, but I succeeded. So.
Crit success.
No dice for you.
Well, I can crit success myself if I moxie it.
That's true. And technically that is 0, not 100. So
How is it a crit success if you moxie it?
you can upgrade his
successes
success to
into
critical
crit
success.
Oh, okay.
At which point his crit success is a higher crit success.
Alright. If you have a moxie for it,
Yeah.
Boom things.
you look at the grenade section and it just says, oh yeah.
She says, oh hell yeah.
And the description of one is just, oh hell no!
Are you looking for the grenades?
No, I'm looking up sniper rifle. Railgun sniper rifle.
Yeah. You know, it's listed like right on this thing.
The problem is that sheet is wrong.
It is?
There's a lot of stuff on there that's wrong.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I think it's like a sheet he used for house ruling something. Because, like, for example, it lists, like, that sheet lists, like, if you look at firearms, it lists pistols as not having full auto or burst fire.
Oh.
In here they do.
Oh. Well, that would have been useful.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of stuff in there that's just wrong.
And the full auto section for the rocket launcher is just lol. I did not
I
notice
do like that.
I had it pointed out to me. Oh, I feel so stupid for that. Which now I want one.
What kind of ammo is there in here?
Well, considering the fact that they're strapped for ammo, I would imagine not much.
Not anymore.
Well, there's not forever because they used all the stuff they had. What kind of ammo do they have in here? Is there like smart ammo in here?
Yeah, I'm gonna say there's a little bit of everything.
Since I succeeded, I have access to the bot now.
You were trying to access the robot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you gain access to one of the saucers.
Okay. I'm gonna go through its go through its records and stuff.
You pretty much get the exact same story that you got from the navigational computer of the Jeep itself. I mean, of the Mars buggy.
Alright.
Where it was doing standard real purpose stuff until about a week ago where it started to do a constant routine.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is
Start your own little robot uprising?
yes, sure. That's one way to put it.
Okay.
I think the problem is that a lot of these things do not have a wireless jack. However, now I do have a robot, so all I need is electronic rope.
Why electronic rope?
Because that can be manipulated. You don't want a dangling
Okay,
string,
yeah.
you want to be able to pick it up into access jacks.
Also, it doesn't really dangle in 0G, so you need to be able to crawl.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, there's really no reason to ever use a submachine gun, is there? It has worse armor piercing than a heavy pistol and does less damage. It just holds 10 more rounds. That's it. But it's a really. I see this game continues to find traditions of SMGs always being terrible in games. I don't know why they do this.
Why do you do this to me?
God. Because it does this stupid thing where it's like, alright, it's a submachine gun, so, well, to keep it balanced, we make each shot do less damage. Even though that in real world, a submachine gun fires the same caliber bullet as a pistol. It just fires more of them. Like, the downside to having a submachine gun is not it's weaker or less accurate. It's that it costs more to fire it.
I love this is coming from the same game that gives you like super heavy like machine guns and Gatling lasers.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? Balance? Bullshit. I call that being lazy.
Yep. Anyway. Do I want a sniper rifle or a machine gun?
I still have this thing. The arms.
Wait, combining them though isn't a particularly useful thing.
Oh, I thought it was just you.
You can get modifications like if a GM allows it, but the thing is, I'm just questioning: do I want to have ridiculously high armor piercing, or do I want to have damage, like volume of bullet? I am going to take a sniper rifle with biter ammo.
Nice. Just to rub that wound in.
Yeah.
And biter is good against biomorphs, correct?
Biter is just plus 1d10 damage
Oh,
on every
okay.
shot. Like it's basically like the real world black talon bullets. They have a cross section cut and like Teflon coated spikes, so when you fire it goes shh and just expands in pointy death bits. Biters are designed to fragment in opposite proportion to the hardness of the target they strike. For hard targets, they fragment very little, blasting a big hole. For soft targets, they fragment and tumble in multiple directions within the body. Painful. I don't want to be a dick. I'm not going to make the cook rounds that I had once. Cook is splash rounds filled with thermite and triggered by firing sap rounds into them. It's a thing you can do that it's horrifyingly damaging.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of that?
Edward Dubois' Wharf on Progress has a clip of those. It's expensive as hell because you have to pay the cost of like the thermite or grapples gel per bullet. So he only has like 3 bullets of it. But yeah, that's what it is because after you shoot someone, it sets them on fire and keep taking damage every round. It's awesome.
The fun you can have with capsule rounds.
Yes.
One of my characters on the play-by post specifically has like a clip of slip. Micro missiles.
Oh god.
And another one of scrapper's gel and another one of... Oh, damn it, what was it? I don't know. Probably some kind of poison. No, the other one was overload rounds. Because I didn't realize how god-awful they are to people. Have you looked at the stats for that?
Overload rounds?
Yes.
Overload rounds are, it's like a flashbang and also a horrible smell. It's like deliberately does every
And plastic pellets.
horrible, debilitating thing that exists.
It messes with every single sense.
Oh, yeah.
5 times the pain.
Oh, yeah.
Worst part is I'm going on a gate crashing mission, so
So,
my character has very little combat skills, so he's probably just going to pop one of those and run if he ever gets into any real danger. Because we took the random life path systems. So there's 2 people who are combat oriented. And then there's me,
Yeah.
who had like 9 different profession skills and a shit ton of like discussion. Like I could persuade somebody, but if it's going to be some weird mammoth thing from another planet, I doubt my persuasion skill is going to help.
so yeah, my salsa bot is going to casually go to every robot in vicinity and essentially do what I was doing, but in physical instead of wirelessly.
That's going to be a check for every single one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to take time per action.
Oh yeah. It's gonna take him a while, but
So let's fade to black. First time I've ever had to do that. So we can get away from your weird robot love orgy that's going on.
I will also take a clip of homing reactive armor piercing ammo.
Alright.
Though probably, is there a bonus to doing by going through the access check on a robot?
No. Not that I know of.
Good old chunky grenades, always important. I'm not going to take any splash grenades because I don't see a point in taking splash grenades currently.
Wrong device.
No, like I guess I could fill them with something horrible, but I'd rather not be that kind of dick. I'll take heap grenades, overload grenades, smoke grenades, EMP,
Man, I remember
and
reading
plasma
on...
burst.
Oh, okay. I remember reading on the Eclipse Phase forum about these rounds somebody homebrewed. They were like disassembler swarms in a round,
Yeah, you can get those.
but it's like much worse or something. So it like, I think they house ruled it that if you like succeed crit, no, if you succeed on like an aimed check at like their head or something, it just ends them.
Yeah. Yeah, those are capsule rounds. They can carry drugs, toxins, or nanobots. Yep. And let's see. Where's the horrible, horrible Doom one? I might take a sniper rifle with an underbarrel seeker.
Alright.
So I will actually take, instead of grenades, I will take seeker versions of them. I have a sniper rifle with a grenade launcher under it, basically.
Now you are decked out.
Yep. It's just a shame I'll probably never use the grenades. Actually, you need to check something. No, it's the same skill for most. I'm not very good at using throwers of seeker weapons. I have 25 in it.
Wait, hold on. There's a plus 30 to all subversion tests. Shouldn't I use that at some point?
Possibly.
Well, I have hidden status, which means plus 30 to all subversion tests.
Yeah, if you're trying to
Yeah.
mess around with
Once
stuff
you're
on the
in one, yeah.
network. I don't think that incorporates when you're trying to overrun another robot.
No, because every time you try to hack a new thing, you make a new firewall working test,
Ah,
which gives you a new status.
okay.
Like the plasma grenades are also called hellballs. And yet they aren't as good as heat grenades. It's weird. Anyway. Yes, so what is that like rocket rifle thing I found? Like, is it basically just a disposable launcher stuff?
Yes.
Okay. And is the missile a heat missile? High explosive armor
Let me see.
piercing?
It functions like that, but actually has a -10 armor piercing.
Okay. Oh, cool. So it's like even more horrifyingly deadly.
Oh yeah.
Fun.
Also, if you want, by examining the gun, you notice that you can remove the rocket itself and attach it to your underbarrel rocket launcher.
It's an underbarrel seeker. It doesn't fire because it's Oh no, it does fire normal size
Okay.
missiles. Yeah.
It's really bulky on the underarm and it obstructs the barrel,
Alright.
but it could be done in a pinch if you wanted to. It would
Okay.
take minor action, whatever it's called in this game.
No robotic uprising. I'm just going to try to sneak the disc up to the dome.
Okay.
It does now have a physical way to mess with the pharma facility.
You're approaching the heavily armed and armored permafarm facility.
With a small disc robot.
Yeah, roll your fray times half. I mean, divide by 2. Sorry.
Well, wait, the outside... But how would it tell if it's a threat yet?
Well, it knows it's not... I mean, it hasn't detected you, but it has detected an uncontrolled robot coming towards it.
Oh. But I have access to the cameras from the access to the outside, right?
Here's the thing, you have tapped access to security cameras?
Uh-huh.
That does not mean they don't still have access to them too. Because
Yeah.
if you shut them off, they'll notice.
But I can't loot them, right?
Here's the simple rule about the permafarm security and how its security works.
Yeah.
If something's coming towards the building, end it.
Right, okay.
There might be more details, but you don't know them.
Alright, fine then. Fray half. 54.
$69. It hits.
Roll damage.
It takes 16 damage with 2 armor piercing.
I don't know its stats.
It'll be in the book. Just mark it down now, because it's probably gone in 1 or 2 more hits. You can try to fly away from it if you want, or keep attempting to gain access somehow.
I'll just fly away from it.
Okay.
Now I'll, override things, make it like, so, you know what I mean, I don't want, like, the opponent to be able to gain access to the bot or something, just, try, modify the security cameras to pretend like as if the robot was destroyed in the event. Subterfuge.
Well, how are you modifying the camera feed to make it look like it blew up? That's like a Photoshop job, but that's not...
That would be a Photoshop job on the fly.
Yeah.
Attempting to modify the feed faster than someone could look at it.
Like, they saw it fly.
That's not...
Alright, fine.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Basically, I want to give it to.
Oh, that's actually terrifying.
Huh?
The Underbarrel Seeker has a 6 ammo capacity.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's like a drum with like 6 pistols in it, and it fires semi-auto. That's terrifying.
Well, I know what my character will be buying in my play-by-play.
In the Transhuman book, it actually gives the suggestion that any firewall agent going on a dangerous mission should bring with them a disposable launcher and a heat missile.
Yes.
Disposable launcher is literally just like a one-shot thing, and heat is the ridiculous thing that's -8 armor piercing, 3d10 plus 12 damage.
Oh yeah.
Like
whatever that hits.
its average damage is 28. It says, which is usually enough to kill anything. Firewall agents are often supplied with this piece of technology, pre-packed in a briefcase.
Are you trying to convince me of something?
No. Well, that's why when I opened the trunk and found that, I thought, oh, I thought you'd read the same thing. That this was like a drop that had been meant for us.
Oh man, I wish I had read that.
Don't worry about it. It's still cool. So, see, the benefit of this is I now have an awesome gun. The downside is I now have a deep suspicion as to why I've been allowed to have an awesome gun in this section of the game. It's like when you're playing an FPS and you come to that room that's just full of ammo and health packs, you're like, fuck.
My boss sense is tingling.
Yeah.
Because I play so many RPGs and shooters that you just know.
You just react with a deep suspicion when you find a bunch of awesome stuff.
And then you reach a big empty room that's like the size of the inner part of the Coliseum, and you go,
You're just
fuck. 5, 4.
No. It always happens when I do that, like playing Fallout or something. You find like this big empty space. You're like, okay, mine. Mine's everywhere.
Or you walk into somebody's house and go, mine.
And you go, all right. Now I walk into the middle of the room and a bunch of guys, aha, get him! They run towards you, they'll just blow up, and you're like, ha ha. Saw you pricks coming.
I remember once playing a game in Fallout where I just had all these grenades. Because I went through a whole playthrough just selling grenades, because I never used them.
Same. I almost never use them.
And then I just did a joke playthrough.
I did, I played through and never used them, and then I found in New Vegas the grenade machine gun, at which point I proceeded to use nothing else for 3 hours. Just
The best one is the little screen on the weapons on an animated loop. I love that.
Anyway, what time is it anyway?
It is currently 10 in state. Okay. Can you quickly flip through to see the stats for your robot?
Sure.
Okay. Robot is.
It'll be a few more pages to your right. Weapons are near the end of it. You're way past.
If Remington does decide to play, I totally want to have him be a demo man.
Chasseur.
Team Fortress 2 style, and just use a seeker. Just give him all seeker weapon skill.
Better yet, make him like a flex bot and have it built into him. Which I think can be done.
I want to make him an async with seeker weapons. This is his main drag.
Oh wait, hold on. It's chameleon skin. I could have tried to do an infiltrate.
Probably. Of course, I think you end up using your infiltrate skill.
Which is jack shit. Your intent was sneaking in and smashing through a window.
Infiltration of 40.
Isn't that terrible?
Ah.
Suggests you actually have points in it, or background that gives you points in it.
You know, so you could actually sneak into the same building this guy can sneak into.
Yeah.
He can't sneak into the same building. I can sneak.
I also get a bonus because of the chameleon skin, so could I try to do that? You know, if I succeed? Or...
And you're still shot. I need you to look at that so I can tell its durability.
Oh, 25.
25?
And
Low.
5 wound threshold.
Oh shit. Okay, your thing has a wound. What's its armor?
2.
Yeah, it's got a wound and it's got 13 damage on it. Wait, 2 wounds. The wound system.
Minus 20 to all actions. This is why I have pain tolerance as a trait.
Well, robots can ignore a wound.
Yeah, they can.
Okay. You make your way through the rest of the city.
Okay.
And then you reach a building complex that you know the server's in.
Does Rainer take one of the weapons from inside, or has he grown attached to Grace and just take a whole shitload of ammo for it? And attach an underbarrel to it?
He has grown attached to Grace.
Yay!
But he did find an Evo sled, and he's got like 20 firearms and boxes of ammunition all duct taped to it.
Has he taken like a bunch of ammo cans of like for belt fed ammo and just connected all the belts in like 30 cans in a line in the back so he can just fire non-stop for like a day and a half?
He's even got a little like makeshift tripod for it. A little like a hard drive and computer AI and servo in it.
Nice.
I call it my better half. Anyway, it looks like there's already been damage to this building. You, unfortunately, you cannot see any security spines near it. What you see is the entire front of it just open. Blown open.
Nice.
And standing there, almost nestled inside this explosion,
Okay.
is something you did not expect to see here.
Okay.
It's a Fenrir.
Oh, good. It's good to see that my boss sense works.
And it's sitting there, and it's got weapon mounts.
Wait, is that the tank that like requires like 10 brains?
6-person tank, yep. I can't say this was unexpected.
Well, calling all cars, calling all cars.
So can I load the Doom missile into my underbarrel thing?
Yes.
Okay. I know what order I have my missiles loaded in. Goes Doom, then 4 heat ones, and then 1 plasma one, because I only have 4 heat ones.
Okay.
Then the other cylinder is just going to be alternating overload and EMP grenades.
Alright. So you take up defensive positions. You find a good, clear view of this thing, and it hasn't detected you. You're able to watch it through his tac net.
So, yeah.
You line up.
I'm keeping to cover. I don't believe it hasn't seen me. It'll have noticed the floaty sled.
And fire.
Who, me?
Right. Sneak attack. So.
I actually wasn't planning on shooting it.
Oh.
It's just going to draw its attention. I'd rather figure out what it's doing first.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's guarding.
Yes.
It's guarding the server farm, I'm guessing?
From Rainer can tell, yeah, it looks like it is guarding the server farm.
Okay. What's the building look like?
Heavily defended. It looks like the only way into the building is through that entrance.
Can I? Does it look like it's like... How close did we get to it with the little floaty car?
You are. See that street out there?
Yeah.
About 6 widths of those. Pretty close.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of buildings and stuff nearby.
Wait, widths of the street or widths of distance from us to that street?
From here to the street.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you meant 6 iterations of that. I'm like, that's really far.
I could practically poke him with a stick. Let me get my 10-foot laser pole.
I love the 10-foot laser pole.
Oh, man.
Anyway, did you just take the D&D equipment list and add sci-fi? Name it to sci-fi?
Laser axe, laser sword, laser 10-foot pole.
Anyway. I can probably hit it from here. I'm going to hide and take complex action to aim.
Okay. And what are you shooting with?
My underbarrel rifle.
So,
Loaded with a Doom missile. It's a sniper rifle. Are there mods on the equipment in there?
No.
No? No. Sadness. I don't get that. That's smart. Like, sadness. Alright. Oh. Time to try and shoot it. I'll probably fail, but let's see. So, 5. Whee! Hey, I succeeded at 49.
nice.
It gets hit with a big fuck up missile.
The missile flies off straight to it. It hits it on its main chassis, just buries in, and then nothing.
Interesting.
And then the capsule itself, that's the missile, kind of crunches in on itself. And then, as if it's being eaten apart by nanomachines, bursts outward. And it steadily grows and eating away at what's around it. And is now...
Oh, crap.
It is now... It looks almost like a glowing... fuck, why am I forgetting this word? I just completely ruined the ambience.
Aurora Borealis?
No.
Phosphorescent?
You know in Western... tumbleweed. Looks like a gigantic, about this big, glowing, tumbleweed fractal thing.
Oh, shit.
You just...
And it just sticks there and is slowly
I'm running away now.
eating away at it. And then it stops. and the Fenrir moves. And with that, we'll cut today's session.
Why did you shoot the Doom missile?
Gotta use it for something.